Here I am at Ace Hardware on Jefferson Boulevard in Culver City. And it's my first stop at a hardware store to see if they'll be interested in carrying my gloves or what their feedback will be. Or maybe they'll just kick me out. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go in there and check it out. I used to shop here back when I was at Purple 33. This store was one of the local hardware stores I would visit. So I'm a little nervous. I'm just gonna cold walk in there. I didn't call or anything, so I don't know what to really expect. So I just got out of the store, and the deal was that he has a lot of gloves, and he was talking about glove space. He didn't have any glove space, but I did convince him to try them out. So he took medium, large, extra large, one of each size, on consignment. So we'll see how it goes, because he's not sure, and I can understand, he's got a lot of stuff in there, and a lot of these people are going to be standoffish, I can tell already, because they're usually pretty busy, and they're being careful, especially these days. But so I have just pulled up to my second stop today, and it's Lincoln Hardware on Lincoln Boulevard in Venice. And this is probably going to be a tough sell, because I've been in here before, and when I had Grip Dog and I first was kind of showing it around, they were not interested in carrying it. So I'm going to expect some pushback, but I'm going to go in and see what happens, and maybe leave them some gloves of consignment if I can't sell them any, or at least get some feedback. So let's see how it goes. Well, that went quite horrible. How about new? So as I expected, this place is a tough sell. They got some old guy there. He's not the owner, but he doesn't really want to deal with anything. He doesn't want to hear anything. And this other guy that works there, he hardly speaks English. He had to use his phone to translate what I was saying. And so, this one's a tough sell. I kind of had a feeling it would be. The owner is hardly ever there, apparently, and I got a phone number, but this one doesn't look like it's going to be easy to get into. And they're not going to the hardware show, so oh well. There's over 14,000 hardware stores across the United States, and this is my second one, so I have another 14,000 something or other ones to go. So just pulled up to Dick's Hardware Store. That's right, Dick's Hardware Store. It's a True Value hardware store in Culver City. And let's hope the name doesn't represent the people inside. So here I go. Stop number 3. Well, these guys were somewhat friendlier, but the owner wasn't here. I would come back Monday. Nobody, can make a decision in terms of buying, so I guess I'm coming back. So I'm here at this A1 hardware store in Culver City. This is a very small family-run hardware store by this guy, Iqbal is his name, from Pakistan. It's a very small, kind of hole-in-the-wall hardware store. He was really nice. He thought my price was a little high, although most people have not said that. But he says he sells kind of like, he's not like he's a very small hardware store, and he's more like price-oriented kind of a guy, it seemed. But he was really nice. I gave him a pair just, so he could show his customers, and hopefully I'll hear back from him. But, he gave me some good feedback, which is really worth it, whether they buy it or not. That's really what I want to accomplish on this tour of hardware stores, is getting the feedback on what these guys think, because you got to listen to what they say. So he liked the idea, though. It was encouraging that he thought it was a really good idea, but it's just not his type of product for his small store. So there you go. So I just went into this hardware store I'd never heard of before over here on Robertson and Beverlywood, called Emil's Hardware. And this is the 5th stop today, my first day of going into hardware stores. It was pretty discouraging because most of them, was very standoffish, and some didn't even want to really talk to me at all. But this guy Kim, who I met in there, he's not the owner, but he said he's going to show the gloves to some of the other owners in here because he thought it was a really good idea. So I actually got a little boost of encouragement. So this is my last stop of the day, my 6th hardware store that I visited, called Oaxaca Hardware on 4th and Pico, kind of near Koreatown. And I went in there. They were really cool, and I actually got my first order. They ordered a couple pairs, and you know, that really made me feel a lot better and boosted my confidence. You know, it shows that you got to be persistent, because the first 4 were really kind of you know, tough to even get a word in, and the last 2 were really good. And this one actually, you know, I had a couple pairs of gloves on me, so they took them. And so you know, if you're in this neighborhood, you want to get a pair. This is a really cool hardware store, Oaxaca Hardware, and really cool people that run it. This guy Gilbert and his dad, I think it looks like. So down to earth type of people, and I'm stoked. I got my first order. Yeah!